Hi there. In my previous video, I talked a little bit about what it means to get triggered and what it isn't. And so if you haven't watched that, I invite you to take a look at that video because it matters. And part of the reason why it matters is that when we start to become clear of the times when our nervous system is getting activated as a response to trauma, we can help ourselves better cope with those situations and help ourselves kind of what we would call self-regulate, teach our nervous system how to appropriately regulate to what is actually happening in the here and now. And so I want to share with you a couple little techniques today that can help with that. My name is Morala DeVoe. I'm a mental health counselor, a clinical hypnotherapist, and also an NLP master practitioner. And I've been working with people for many years, helping them heal the wounds of trauma, work with anxiety, and a lot of these really baffling situations that can happen to us as a result of having experienced really painful or difficult things. So the two techniques I want to teach you today are called grounding and orienting. And they are like foundational, they are somatic techniques from somatic experiencing, but they're also really basic mindfulness techniques. You would have learned to do this in a yoga class or a meditation class, or if you're working with a somatic therapist or a mental health practitioner. So before we dive into the techniques, I want to tell you a little bit about why they help and what's happening when you're getting triggered, when you're having this, what I would call an activated nervous system response. Something has happened and your nervous system starts to react as if you were about to relive the trauma that you experienced. So your whole nervous system goes into that kind of fight or flight or freeze response that you have a hard time controlling. There's not a whole lot that you can control about that nervous system reaction. The tools that you do have are through your senses and through your body, through your breath. So the two techniques I'm going to teach you today and walk you through are kind of like the first little steps that you can start taking to help yourself connect through your body, through the sensations that you have, through your senses to the here and now, and to help start to teach your nervous system how to self-regulate, how to know that you're not in danger, and kind of bring back that fight or flight or freeze response back to what we would call rest and digest, which is also known as the ventral vagal response of your vagus nerve. So we're going to do that, and it's really simple. You can follow along or you can watch me. The first exercise is what we call grounding. It's also a very basic kind of a meditation exercise where you're basically going to help yourself ground to the here and now through helping yourself strengthen your awareness of your connection to the earth, your connection to the space, the ground that is holding you. This is why we call it grounding, right? So typically we would do that by connecting to the feet. So we're going to do that in a couple moments. But if you can't, for whatever reason, you can't feel your feet, you can connect with whatever part of your body is in contact either with the ground or with the chair that's supporting you, so that you can help yourself start to connect with that sense of being supported, being grounded, being right here, right now. All right. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to invite you to do the same, or you could just watch me. So I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath and bring yourself into your body. Just notice what you feel in your body. See if there's any part of your body that maybe is a little tense or a little tight that might need a little movement. And you can do that for a couple moments. I'm noticing a little tension in my lower and middle back, so I'm just kind of giving it a little movement. Great. So now invite yourself to connect all the way down to your feet. If you can go down to your feet, that's great. If for whatever reason, medical reason or any other reason, you can't feel your feet, then go down to the lowest part of your body that is making contact with the furniture, the chair, the couch, the bed, or maybe the floor. And so going all the way down to the lowest point, see if you can become aware of the sensations of being in touch with the floor, the surface that is supporting you, the floor or the carpet or the chair. And just notice, even without moving, whether you can feel any sensation there. How do you know that your body's making contact? Just get curious. There's no right or wrong. And now, to enhance the sensations, you can wiggle your toes a little bit just to see, how does that feel? Can you feel the sensations in your toes? If you're wearing socks or shoes or slippers, can you feel the sensation of that? You can also gently tap your feet back and forth on the floor. And if you're working with your chair, your seat, you can wiggle a little bit back and forth just to feel that sensation of what it's like to be supported, being in touch with a surface that is holding you. Great. So just stop for a moment and become aware of these sensations now. Without moving, the sensations are more subtle. And just notice what's there. And before we transition to the next exercise, I'm going to invite you to repeat to yourself in your mind, I am here. I can feel my body making contact with the earth that supports me. I am safe right here. Great. All right. So if you close your eyes, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes. So that was grounding, just basically starting to connect with your body and with the idea that you are supported by the earth. The earth is holding you, your chair is holding you, the floor is holding you, right? That you are held and supported in connecting with that sensation, right? I decided to break the video down and separate the two little exercises. So if you want to check the next exercise, you could see it in the next little video. See you next time.